And that's what I said to the bitch.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crap chute. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host, James. I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit
A
weird.
lot of things have happened this week, James.
No, they haven't.
Well, not as much as last
over.
week. And that's it. Let's wrap it up. Pack it up, guys.
Hey,
We're going home.
Hey, buddy. There's your hour.
Thanks, James. I appreciate that you respect my time here.
Of course, man.
Even though I said tonight, and then you were like, "Yeah, sure, this time," and then I was not home.
Listen, it's tonight. It was. I said that around.
It is technically tonight. It is still tonight. So,
in my defense, it was tonight.
Your
when I said
Honor,
it.
tonight
Your Honor,
is in fact this time.
Your Honor, in the eyes of the law, in the court, Ryan Murphy shouldn't be allowed to make any more shows. He's a terrible writer. We all gotta just admit this by this point.
I disagree wholheartedly. Let's talk about the first thing on the what? What was that?
Nothing.
Let's talk about the first thing on the list. We watched a little something.
We did
a while ago.
Not that long ago. Less than a week.
It wasn't super long ago, but enough time has passed now that I could feel like I'm comfortable mentioning it on the crap shoot. It was between the last crap shoot and this crap
like
shoot,
you're
by the
a
way.
victim coming out about something. Enough time has passed, but I think I'm a victim. I think he can't come after me if I say it now.
I'm a victim of a movie called Transformers 1, and that's I put the finger up. 1. 1. So we watched that, and we didn't watch it normally. We watched it at a drive-in. We watched it at a drive-in, and it was an interesting experience. Partly because we pulled a little bit of a James
because everything went according to plan and perfectly.
Because one thing didn't go according to plan, and that one thing was pretty pivotal. And then not only did that not go to the plan, but the backup plan that you had in case the first plan pulled a James also pulled a James, and it didn't work either. So
it was all working so well when I was putting it together, and it never occurred to me that no, they wouldn't be using the general radio station 304. They'd be on a specialty channel, since it shows up as a specialty channel for them.
I will say
specialty channels don't work.
I will say I respect the fact that you had a backup plan. That's a step in the right direction. And just because it didn't work this time, just because it didn't work this time doesn't mean you shouldn't try it next time. So,
don't worry, I'll do the exact same things for next time.
It's progressive. This is a progressive system.
Commercial.
It moves forward. Yeah, 15% off. That's not progressive.
Does that make me Jamie in your flow?
I don't know when I had this, but I still have one of your little cards that you gave me.
That was for the Popeyes episode.
Right. Yeah, I still have that. And
AKA the Transformers 1.
I forgot to give it back to you when we went to watch Transformers 1. So that's still in my possession. But we watched the movie, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm going back to see it tomorrow.
I will say it's significantly better than any other recent kids movie that I know about in recent years. So there's that.
It was a kids movie. I couldn't tell with the movie Substance playing right next to us.
Yeah, it's very strange. It was a strange experience. It was a strange experience watching Transformers 1, which is a very E for everyone movie. And then on the screen, if you just had to tilt your head 45 degrees to the right
within your visual cone, 2 inches to the right,
and you would see see full on cheeks, boobies, straight up boobies, not all of the cheeks.
Vince McMahon,
naked women, just playing on Vince McMahon on the screen right next to us, and every naked scene, there was 50 minutes of naked scenes, maybe.
There was so much of the movie was that, and it lingered so long on them.
The entire movie is 5 scenes, and 4 of those is just her naked in the bathroom.
The entire movie is 5 scenes. It's such a crazy sentence.
You can't tell me that's not what it felt like, James, because every single time we'd watch a whole arc. We watched the first whole arc of the Transformers 1 movie. Act 1 passes by, we look over at the other movie, and it's still on the same bathroom scene. Like, you cannot tell me that's not what happened.
It's because they kept going back to it, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's more scenes, but it's like the same bathroom, and she's also naked in the bathroom every single time there's a bathroom scene.
Yeah, I wrote you guys a movie. Oh, cool. How many scenes is it? 5. What?
What? Guys,
5 whole scenes.
Let me cook, guys. Let me cook. You ever heard of The Room?
Okay, The Room had more than 5
it had
scenes.
It had a lot of scenes in it, but it felt like The Room. It felt like in The Room in the sense that a lot of the scenes were like just the same setting. So like you would go back and forth between the same settings. That's what that movie felt like.
The roof, the room, or the brick wall outside.
It was the photo shoot. It was the bathroom, and it was her bedroom. And actually, I don't remember any other scenes. Actually, that's like it. There's 3 settings.
A hallway sometimes.
And then so we'd only see her bedroom. It would swap between the bathroom and the photo shoot for a while, and then maybe an occasional scene in the bedroom, and it would go back to the bathroom, and then the photo shoot, and there's a giant pimple on her ass in one of the photo shoot scenes.
And they slow down the footage to see it.
I'm so glad that I turned to look at that movie right when that happened, because now I can't get that out of my head. It was quite disgusting.
It was so good.
It came out of nowhere.
Movie.
Honestly,
Just watching Transformers 1,
I was watching Transformers
in the corner of our eye.
I was watching Transformers where Ryan and Dee's noose were just kissing each other, and I look over and I see I see her ass, and I'm like, ooh, that's pretty nice. And then a big ass pimple just like pops out of her ass. I'm like, oh my god! And then it would just cut away. It just like cuts away really quickly. It's like, oh, what happened? Nothing happened.
Noose is saying, no, I want 2 of you.
I made a joke about like the manager guy in that movie, where I said he looked like Vince McMahon, and he does. He does.
I want to know if it was intentional, but they made Dennis Quaid, Father Jack Quaid from Many Things, but The Boys. If anybody's watched it, he's Huey's dad. In real life, not in the show.
It's not me. Watching The Boys, by the way, that's not me.
Yeah, shut up. God damn it. But yeah, I wonder if it was intentional that they made him look like Jack Quaid, because I mean, they made him look like Vince McMahon.
They made Vince McMahon look like Jack Quaid.
Yeah, they made Vince McMahon look like Jack Quaid, not Dennis Quaid, Jack Quaid.
Yeah, I mean, it was uncanny.
Brain work.
It was uncanny. So anyway, that movie was playing while we were watching Transformers 1. Overall, I thought the movie was really good.
Substance of Transformers 1.
I thought it was better than average. I think I remember I gave it like a 6 out of 10 or something.
Which I think is crazy.
I mean, that's a good score.
No, I know. I just think that's still too low. I think it definitely deserves more than a 6.
I wasn't really feeling it. You know, one, I'm not a big Transformers fan, so it's not really meant for me.
2,
secondly,
did you even hear what was happening in the movie?
No. Secondly, I pretty much I couldn't hear anything in the movie. So I dropped it down another score.
I'm gonna be so honest.
I had no idea what was happening.
What the fuck happened in that movie?
I had no idea what happened, so I can't really.
I took visual.
You want me to rate it like super
clues.
good, but I don't even know what's going on, James. Like if I watch it again, like seriously,
I'm seeing it tomorrow again at Suncoast.
Like if I watch it again seriously and I know what's going on, that score will probably go up. But like right now, I actually don't know what the movie's about, so like, I can't give it a good score because I don't know what it is.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Visuals were cool though.
I mean, it looked good. I mean, just based off of visuals, 0 sound, no audio, just based off the visuals. It was a 6 out of 10.
Here's the thing. We did have some audio because we could hear.
There was some audio,
we could hear when the guy yelled the word minors every time.
Yeah, because it was really loud compared to everything else. By the way,
I love that that's become a meme. Is him just yelling the word minors.
Minors. Yeah, there's like
minors.
There's like a transformer. Is he a transformer? Is it?
Yeah, he's okay. Darkwing.
I don't know if Transformers are called Transformers after they get the ball, the cock, and then
they're like, it's like how, okay, so they're all Cybertronians.
Okay, that's what the
normal they are Transformers in the same way we're humans.
Okay, so it's like a whole race. It's not like a class of Cybertronians.
Because everyone's a different kind of Transformer.
Right.
some people are like action masters who
Yeah, I mean,
can't transform.
I only learned recently that Transformers needed a T-cock in order to transform like normally.
That's not what it's called.
That's how they said it.
They
That's like
said
one of the few
T-cog.
words. That's one
They
of the
said
few words.
T-cog.
The few words that I recognized listening to the really quiet audio, because we were also doing a commentary track for it, which is, how's that progress going, by the way?
It's almost finished. I just got sleepy and want to work on it because I was tired. Fine.
It's not like an urgent thing. You take your time.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take a year for it.
But yeah, they were. I just only remember scenes where it's just like, oh my God, Sentinel stole his T-cock, and then he stole his cock, and then in the one scene, the other scene was like Megatron. Sorry, D's Noofs was like, give me your cock, and then there you go.
Give me your
auto cocks. Roll out.
This is the abridged version that we're creating.
Yeah. So
Transformers abridged. Autocox.
Yeah, I mean, I that's like one thing I learned about Transformers. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty hard. They needed like a little MacGuffin in order to transform, right? Other than that, they're just like they're like tiny little boys. They're small boys. By small boys, I mean they're like still like bigger than any Transformers we've seen. But yeah, that was an interesting experience. A drive-in. I wouldn't say it was like the best viewing experience I've ever had. Would I do a drive-in again?
Not with me.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'd say do it on your own, or like with your family, just not with me again, because I'd probably want to be like, we can make a commentary track out of this.
Well, I mean, I don't really go watch movies.
Yeah, JD, you watch movies all the time. You used to work in a theater.
It's usually my I did used to work in a movie theater. But I didn't watch many movies.
You were like, hey, boss, give me that Harold and the Purple Crayon poster.
My boss was like, hey, JD, JMD, you can go watch movies for free, right? That's one of your benefits. And I was like, I'll think about it, Mr. Bossman. Mr.
You started approaching him slowly once he said those words to you.
Think about it, Vince. And then I never did. I think I did, actually. I did watch like one movie. I don't remember what it was.
So long on this.
Well, I mean, it was kind of important. It would be so long.
I don't know.
Like
I know.
Minutes. Well, I mean, this might be a shorter. This might be a shorter episode just because I have to leave near the end of this episode.
Right. Like when's your like proper cutoff, so that way I can know like how much time we got.
Maybe somewhere around like 7:50 to 8. It's probably when I'm
okay. So we're bouncing. Like, okay.
It's got plenty of time. Anyway, on the topic of Vince McMahon, though, do you hear about the documentary that dropped on him?
I haven't watched it, but I've heard about it. Yes,
there was a Netflix documentary about Vince McMahon, and then I think he said something about it. He put out a statement that was like lies, slander. They never got anything. I actually don't know what his voice is like.
Fun fact: it's not either of those. It's
I think from what I heard, the documentary was pretty normal. Like it was mostly just a documentary about the WWF, or like the founding of it, rather than like Vince McMahon himself, like his controversies. But yeah, it was pretty tame. So I don't he went off the rails. He went a little cuckoo. But that's kind of what Vince McMahon is. He's just a little cuckoo.
Mind ever since.
He's just a little oogly boogly. But no, apparently he's a terrible guy.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff. Actually awful.
Like he's like P. Diddy levels of evil, cartoonishly evil.
Oh, come on now, JD. He hasn't ordered 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
He doesn't have 1,000 bottles of lube at his house in his bathroom. All right.
By the way, I love that Costco came out and they're like, no, we don't sell that. So he didn't get it from us. He's lying.
Costco came out and they're like, they didn't get it. He didn't get it from us. He puts the two hands up, does the caught emote. They didn't get it from us.
No, they literally, no joke, they literally did that. Pete Diddy's like, no, the reason I have so much is because Costco sells it and they sell in bulk. And I actually ordered too much. Yes, for some reason he felt the need to defend that. So he's like, which, by the way, it's crazy.
You have to defend what you can defend. That's like one of the only defenses. Why do you need
to defend it?
I don't know. It's just
the amount of baby oil wasn't a problem. Also, why did he have that?
P. Diddy's not the kind of guy to just take it lying down. He's got to fight back. He's got to say, no, man, I got it from Costco.
Unfortunately, yes, he does do that.
I got it from Costco. That's why he's in the situation. Costco.
Dude, it's so crazy that situation with Diddy. It's like, no, you don't understand. I bought the baby oil from Costco. We don't care. That's not the problem here. No, no, no,
No,
no. The
you don't
amount of baby
understand.
oil is what's wrong. No,
You don't understand. I am the P Diddy.
They call me the Diddler.
Batman. I've got a lot of lube in my bathroom now. Joker, what are you gonna do with all that lube? You ever heard of a freak off Batman?
You ever heard of a freak off Batman?
You ever heard of a freak off Batman? No, Joker, you can't.
You know, Jay, you're making this joke.
It's illegal.
He did go as Joker to Halloween like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And like went really hard on it. Like it was like screen accurate Heath Ledger. Yeah. he bought prosthetics and put them on his face to look like Heath Ledger.
That's funny. That's really good.
You know, Batman. My father.
You know, Batman. Kermit the Frog. Why aren't the feet bigger? I love how I stumbled across that meme and it immediately reminded me of you. One, because it was foot related, and two, because it was art related. So the meme I found was me spends 12 hours making beautifully detailed Kermit the Frog foot inflation fan art. And then the so-called supportive Kermit the Frog foot inflation community, why aren't the feet bigger? And it's a picture of somebody who's cosplay as the Joker pogging at the camera. And I just remember this because I was thinking in my mind, like, oh, it's art related. I think of James immediately. And it's also feet related. I'm like, oh yeah, James doesn't draw feet because he doesn't like the feet. Doesn't like the foots.
I don't draw them because I used to get weird comments.
Yeah, you used to attract a lot of the foot. How are you drawing the feet so weird if you're getting that kind of attention?
Here's the thing. I just drew like shoes, but I didn't draw them very good. So it was just like little blocks on the bottom of the feet.
If you ever draw like anything below the ankle, I'm going to call it out and be like, why aren't the feet bigger?
So for people who might not know at all, I used to just cut off all of my drawings at the leg, so it would just like cut off around the ankle, and I still got comments on like, where's the feet? And I just never felt like I should have to explain, like, I used to get fetish people that would not leave me alone about it, so I just stopped drawing it.
Yeah, I mean, before I thought you were just lazy, but then you told me the reason, and I still think you're lazy. So let's just move on to the next thing.
I do draw it now still, and I finally don't get it anymore.
Is it because it's Transformer feet? It's not actually feet. It's just a piece of metal.
No, those people would still want it, but
okay. Why aren't the Transformers feet bigger?
Can't they just transform them into something bigger?
Why doesn't the Transformer have toes? Where are the toes at?
The Bayverse ones do, actually. It's terrifying.
Do they? I didn't realize
it. Have you never realized that they have them?
I don't look at. I don't look when I see a Transformer like on the screen. I don't look at their feet. I look at their head. I like their freakishly small head compared to their body, and I think it's kind of funny.
As somebody who looks at the whole design, for some reason, the like early Bayverse ones had weird like. Because they would give like the Decepticons like crab heads, you know, and like the Autobots like mammal sort of like faces, like how Ratchet and Ironhide looked like dogs and shit.
True. Yeah.
They'd give them like weird feet details as well. Like the last night Megatron literally has 3 giant toes.
How many toes are on Chica? Foxy's missing a toe. It's a clue.
Get out of here, Matt Pat.
It's a clue.
Back to your retirement.
Wait a minute, guys. Don't you know that breakfast might not be the most important meal of the
day? Where you go, I
Sorry,
go.
What was the line that he said in the movie? It was something like, you know, guys, lunch might actually be the most important meal of the day. That's just a theory.
Well, no, because somebody was like, he says, you know, lunch is the most important meal of the day. And then the guy goes, I thought it was breakfast. And Matt Pat goes, well, you see, we're not too sure in that. It's kind of a theory. And then the lady's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No,
he goes, it's just a theory. And then the lady goes, get the fuck out of here.
the lady picks up a knife and jams it into his throat.
Yeah, she pulls like a little Joji at the end of one of his albums where he brandishes a small pocket knife and just quickly stabs someone right next to him in the neck and then runs away.
Whatever our big live show idea that we have, that absolutely has to be the way it ends.
what do you want to be the one who stabbed
me in the throat?
Oh, you want to be the one that stabbed? I want to get the one. I want to be the one that stabbed though.
Okay,
so I could pretend like die on stage.
Should it just be Noah in the audience?
Yeah.
He comes up, just starts slowly walking up to us.
Noah comes up and he stabs both of us. Yeah, there you go.
That's the end of the show. We just bleed out.
Yeah, he stabs me in the neck and then he pulls out a gun and shoots you in the head. Like, there you go. And then the curtains close and then that's the end of the show, guys.
He grabs a microphone and says, "Why would Fortniter do this?"
And then he goes, "Who killed them? Who killed Crapshoot?" And then the curtains close and that's the end.
That's the literal last Crapshoot ever. We never make any content ever again.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on. You hear about a little lawsuit that's been going on between Nintendo and Pocket Pair.
Okay, so I'm aware that it's over a like gameplay feature, right?
It is, yeah. So it's like so Nintendo sued Palworld basically. Mm-hmm. They sued like the makers of Palworld, but not for copyright. It was
which is crazy.
It was for a patent infringement.
Crazy.
Which I guess they can't sue it for copyright. I feel like if they could sue it for copyright, they definitely would have went that route. So I guess they can't.
I think they could. It's just a matter of like, would they have cared to sue for that?
I don't know. I just know that Nintendo's...
you can take I think they were like that one would be harder to fight for because it would like take intellectual property, and they could lose it, but I could see them still winning it. But the thing is, I think with this, they can more properly claim it as original intellectual property. I still think it's bullshit, but they could probably more claim this as original intellectual property.
Yeah, I mean, I just know Nintendo's super litigious. They like to sue pretty much everybody.
Yeah, they're like Marvel when that family was like, "Hey, we want to put Spider-Man on our dead son's grave," and Marvel's like, "Oh, your child shall not have Spider-Man."
You talking about Marvel? You talking about Disney? You talking about
Marvel?
Oh, Marvel did that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's why I said Spider-Man.
Good.
Oh man,
fuck them kids. Nintendo. So they're suing Palworld for a patent infringement, and I don't think we know exactly what the patent infringement is yet specifically, but I think people are speculating it's going to be something to do with like the use a ball to catch monsters mechanic.
No shot. No
I think that's probably included in there. I heard that the Pokédex like structure is also going to be in there, which I don't know if I agree with that one. Where it's just like a list of creatures that you've caught. That sounds kind of bullshit to me.
That all sounded bullshit from the go, honestly.
Well, the thing is, I think they filed a patent for like those gameplay mechanics way back in the day, and they were accepted or something in like Japan. So maybe it'll go right for them, you know. Maybe we'll never see a game where you can use a ball to catch critters ever, because it's illegal. Knuckles stamps on paper, illegal, and also you won't see Pokédexes or Pokemon like dexes.
But my Pokédex
lists of creatures that you've caught in order.
But my Pocket Deck.
But my Digimon. Does Digimon have a Pokédex?
No, they're cooler. They have guns.
No, I mean like a Pokédex like thing.
Yeah,
like
no, they don't.
They don't?
They just have like a. Well, I'll say this: they do have a Pokemon-esque digital world that you look at them through a TV screen of before they come to the real world. So
do you know why Digimon doesn't have a Pokédex? It's because it's patented. Boom. That's case in point right there.
It's not why, actually. Wrong.
Oh, you're right. It's because Digimon is inferior.
Wrong.
Anyway.
No.
Well, I mean, along the lines of games, the PS5 Pro is coming out.
Dude, that's
Have you heard
crazy.
Of that?
Yeah, that's so fucking crazy.
How much was the regular PS5? 500?
I think 500, yeah.
The PS5 Pro is $700 now.
Is it at 700 plus?
I think it is 700 plus. I think there might be multiple models of it or something. I don't know. They find every way to bump up the price on that thing. Anyway, I just know it's $700. You could get it for $700. I don't know. It's like the base Pro version, the regular Pro version, or so.
I just love that it's worthless.
I like the fact that it's not very. It's basically the same. It's just a PS5.
Well, it's not even that. It's you can't you you can't do anything new with it because nothing's been optimized for it. There's nothing that's really going to do anything for it. It's just there to exist.
From what I heard, the only difference, the difference was between a PS5 Pro and a regular PS5 was that the graphics were improved or something. They said something along the lines of the graphics
be so
were improved.
Honest.
And then they showed they showed side by side like in-game footage of like different games. It's like a before after like PS5 and then PS5 Pro. And then I couldn't tell the difference, honestly. It looked exactly the same.
I forgot which one was which sometimes, and I kept going, wait, what?
You held your mouth shut and you went, no. Oh no!
And I kept looking at
the old PS5 that got greenlit. Who greenlit that?
Mr. Krabs.
They did not use their eyes. Did not look at it.
Obviously.
Mr. Krabs, why did you decide to build a second Krusty Krab right next to the original?
Money.
Yeah, so the PS5 Pro is just, it's not great.
By any means.
No, it's $200 more expensive for, I mean, I think it might look like a little bit better in between it, but not $200 more better.
I don't think I'm going to be so honest. No price could have justified them doing what they did.
I mean, it at least needed to come with some more features or something, not just graphical improvements. Graphical improvements in quotations.
Yeah, maybe actually get the games optimized for what you're trying to do.
Because in my opinion, they could have. They might have just lied about it. They could have just straight up lied and said, "Yeah, graphical improvements," but it's exactly the same.
They should have had a new game. They should have had a new game for it. Like, I mean, it was going to be.
Would I surprise you if I said it? That new game would have been Concord.
Oh man!
And the PS5 Pro controller would have a Concord version of it. You remember that?
Yes.
But
it's still
Concord. That's like the joke that you just get made fun of constantly now for PlayStation is Concord. Anytime PlayStation does something bad or people are hating on PlayStation, they're gonna be like, Concord, look, it's the Concord makers. What happened to Concord, idiots? And then they'll never live it down. It's gonna be there forever.
Nor should they be allowed to. They scrapped what was originally a not that bad idea, not original, but not bad, and kept remaking it over and over again, and just ended up surpassing what could have been a okay product. Like you were like, hey, this is not bad, you could market this. Oh, you're gonna overshoot and overcorrect every little thing? Cool.
Let's do
it. Nobody likes this.
Let's do it.
You don't like Concord because you think it's woke. I don't like it because it's just not a good game. We are not the same.
I saw a little clip from Ackman about that, the Concord woke thing. He was like in a Discord call with someone else, and that someone else was he's like one of those guys who call everything woke.
Gold, I'm gonna lose it.
No, it's not Asmongold. It was someone else. I don't know his name. He was in a Discord call with someone. He didn't show his face, but he was one of those guys who would like to call everything woke and say it's bad because it's woke. And then Ackman was like, he was like trying to defend his. The other guy was calling him out because he was like, why didn't you call Concord woke in your video reviewing it? Like, why didn't you do that? It's woke. And Ackman was like, nah, that thing is like, everyone says everything is woke nowadays. It doesn't really, it's not woke. It's just bad.
He's right. It's not woke. It's just
I thought he was right. Yeah, it's just bad.
Like, no, this isn't woke. It's just bad.
It's woke.
It's what a company thinks people want.
You just don't understand, man. You don't know that it's just woke, man. It's just woke.
You're just bad product.
Anyway, yeah, I did see that clip of Ackman with Concord.
Have you seen the Asmongold Ghost of Tsushima sequel?
No. Why? What was that about?
So at the whole state of play thing that PlayStation did,
didn't it happen today?
That happened like last week.
Oh, damn.
They apparently a lot of reveals nobody gave a shit about until the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima
Yote.
2? Oh,
It's called Ghost of Yote. It's a new
okay.
character,
I see.
but
Yeah.
same gameplay, same stylings and everything.
Yeah.
And specifically, the first time I seen anything about it was a clip of Asmongold reacting to it, where he was losing his mind. He was like so excited for it, JD, because he's like, "Oh, I love Ghost of Tsushima. This looks so good. This looks so amazing."
I heard it. Ghost of Tsushima was pretty good. I actually never saw any gameplay of it though.
I never played it myself.
Days.
I've only heard good things, and from what I've seen of the gameplay, it looked like it was a fun game with some with some like cool mechanics and whatnot.
Yeah, but it makes sense that Asmongold's excited for it.
Right, and JD, I'm not joking or exaggerating when I say this guy was like praising it. He was glazing this shit. He was bouncing up and down, doing tricks on it. He was losing his mind for it.
Sure.
Right until the end of the trailer.
Uh-huh.
When they revealed that the main character is a woman.
See, rookie mistake. Ubisoft. Sorry, who makes Ghost of Tsushima? Rookie mistake developers.
Dude, it's such a good fucking video. He has so much excitement, and then the moment this guy sees a fucking woman, he gets so upset and angry. It's just like his face drops and he just becomes so emotionless, and then just like starts becoming hyper emotional about it. It's like
me whenever I see a person of the opposite sex.
I mean, literally, that's him though. That's literally him.
That's actually me though, James. That's actually me.
You're
literally me. Sorry, that's what the term is. It's literally me.
That's you, just like me, for real.
Exactly.
It's
so I mean, I was excited. It makes me not even want to play the first game, dude. Honestly,
it's so fucking funny.
Because honestly, it's just too woke now, dude. It's woke.
But that's literally like
what is it? It's been wokeified. It's over.
that's I've been seeing people say it, and I just love like, dude, what does that mean? What does this mean?
Ignore the fact that I play a female character in almost every game that I play, but that's woke, dude. Ignore that fact.
Asmongold, I don't care that you think this is woke. I think you're living in a fucking landfill, dude. I think you have bigger priorities you need to take care of. I think there's a roach actively crawling into your mouth in this moment.
Him living in a landfill is a completely different issue. We're talking about ghosts of Yako. Where was the
Yote?
Yote. We're talking about ghosts of Yote right now.
JD, no, I think this is a J.K. Rowling. There's black mold on your walls. And you're going crazy moment.
The spores, you can't blame him. The spores in his house is messing with his head. He's like he's developing the fungal infection from.
That's a real thing, by the way. The J.K. Rowling black mold.
Like, dude, like fungal spores can't affect your behavior. You know.
Her like Twitter profile picture.
There's like a parasite inside like a third of every living human being that could affect behavior. It's true. Not a conspiracy.
J.K. Rowling. Yeah, it's the 5th fucking automatic search. Here, let me find the picture. Okay, yeah.
I mean, sometimes I don't understand. You know, if you have the finances to do so, why not just live a really clean life? You know.
Oh,
I feel like
because are you talking about Rolling or Asmongold?
I've talked about all of them, man. There's a ton of I guess mostly streamers like XQC.
By the way, that's the J.K. Rowling picture.
Oh my god, is that actually allowed? How's there? Jesus,
can you see it?
Yeah, how can I not see it? It's everywhere. It looks like it's everywhere, at least. My god,
it's so fucking funny.
It's even more noticeable because the wall isn't white; it's yellow, so yellow. You can see it.
Dude, my favorite thing is when people saying and making jokes. They're like, that Black Bolt talks to her like Venom to Eddie Brock. J.K. Rowling, name your
do it. Put the Star David on the bottom of the bag. Do it.
Name the only black character Shacklebolt.
It'll be funny.
The Chinese character shall be named Cho Chang.
She wakes up in the morning and goes, "You say Ida, I say Ida.
Ida, Ida. Yeah,
I mean, I
don't know what it is. It's crazy to me, but I think it is just like genuine. I mean, it's like with Asmongold,
they're insane.
It's the blood wall. It's the blood wall.
They're not mentally well, James. They are literally insane.
I know. I genuinely think Asmongold, despite having the finances to have a completely clean house every day and living with, he's in a content house, by the way. So everybody else
Is
is
he?
able to either keep theirs clean or has somebody come clean it.
I
He
didn't
could
know
also
that.
have that happen.
I mean, yeah, you can hire a maid or something.
But I think he just genuinely doesn't care
No, of
because
course
he
not.
already has such a fucking just rotted brain. Like he has an RFK brain. And I genuinely think that is
it's
true.
it's a boomer type of thing. It was like, you know, change is bad and I don't want change.
Am I accusing Asmongold of killing a bear and leaving it in the New York City Central Park and then saying a motorcyclist killed it? No. But I also am saying that.
Okay.
That is a real thing that
That's news to
RFK
me.
admitted. RFK did admit to doing that, by the way, and it's so fucking crazy.
Wait, RFK? Who's that?
Robert Franklin Kennedy Jr.,
Okay.
the nephew of JFK.
Okay.
He
Well, a
admitted to
bear
this.
in Central Park and instead of a motorcyclist did it?
He did some kind of interview where he was like, by the way, this is how he talks, so I'm not exaggerating.
Okay.
I was driving in a van with a hunting rifle in the back of it, and when I was going down the street, I saw there was a dead bear cub in the middle of the street. I'm not joking. That's genuinely how he
Why
talks.
do you have
It's
a
like,
really? Why do you have a? I'm going to assume that was an accurate RFK impression. Why do you have that impression so down?
because I've done this voice a lot. It's dude, learning what, because I'd never heard Benjamin Netanyahu and RFK speak before. I've only ever heard the names and what they've done. So listening to them speak for the first time has made me realize supervillains live among us and we cannot be this blind. They cannot talk like this and we don't realize
You realize that supervillains were based off real life people.
I'm just saying, JD, if Cobra Commander was running for president, I could point him out.
You would say it's you, and then you would point to that guy.
Yeah, that's the supervillain. I don't know what you mean.
I mean, Vince McMahon kind of sounds like a supervillain, doesn't he? It may be because they all like smoke cigars or something that just completely destroys their voice.
No, Vince McMahon just has multiple forms of CTE. That's why he is like that.
Oh, okay.
This man just has too many concussions to be normal.
Yeah,
that's why he is the way he is.
True. Okay.
But yeah, sorry, getting back to it, Asmongold. I think he just genuinely doesn't care that he lives in filth, and that's why he doesn't act. Because again, like I
think it's kind of funny you say that someone else is living in landfill, but
I clean up.
We can.
I clean up. Okay, I clean up. He does
clean.
not.
Okay, and then you put that a title in front of a meme format. I clean.
I clean.
It's like I drive, but I clean. And it's just images. It's just it's I clean, but instead of videos of people of like car crashes, it's a slideshow image of a dirty house. I clean.
Dirty house transferring to a slightly less dirty house. There was a lot of boxes everywhere. Now the boxes have been neatly piled in one corner.
There's a bunch of clothes lying on the floor, but now they're all lying in the closet.
There's something inside you.
There's something inside you.
No, but again, I think it does come back to like Asmongold with the blood wall thing. I think I
saw a clip of Asmongold once where he's like explaining what it takes to be like a popular streamer, content creator type of thing. It's like, yeah, if you want to go for that route, you can be like really relatable and stuff. I don't think I'm really relatable. And then like all this chatter like, no, you are relatable. And I'm thinking in my head like, no, not really.
Yeah, no, I think the chat.
I don't really relate to him, but I think it's just me. I'm from a different generation and also a different level
I don't
of cleanliness.
think. I unfortunately do think.
I think a lot of people.
It is a thing called like trashcore or something.
Trashcore.
Yeah, well, where people just have like their entire bedroom is just covered in trash, but they try to make themselves look like presentable or something all the time.
Well, I mean, my bedroom's not covered in trash, but it's a little.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get why you don't relate to it because you're not like that fucking. Insane.
I'm not trashcore.
You're not J.K. Rowling.
I've not been trash pilled.
JD.
I don't have black mold growing on my walls.
JD.
But I do have a big crapshoot sign on my wall. It's the only decoration in my room now.
I don't even have it on my wall. It's in my it's in my closet
Yeah,
because I can't hang it up anywhere yet.
Yeah, because your room is just covered in black mold that's been growing for so long. It's been
Black mold. I put
it's
Halo 5
completely
posters
distorted
over.
your wall, so you don't have like an even space to hang up your sign in.
Yeah, it's covered in shelves and Halo 5 posters. I keep hiding the black mold behind.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Asmongold's a cool guy. He's a funny guy.
He's not. I'm going to be so genuinely honest. I don't know why people watch him.
I thought he's kind of funny.
He's so uncharismatic. He's so genuinely disgusting. The guy lets roach, like, from seeing a guy let a roach crawl over him, if that happened to me, I would like fucking, I genuinely like just never like not stream for the next month and just like deep clean the entire house.
That hasn't happened in a very long time for me. I don't see roaches. I don't actually see roaches at all. I haven't seen them at all in the past like 7 years.
The only places I see roaches is at work, and it disgusts me every time.
I see them outside sometimes, like I'm outside doing stuff. One crawled on me when I was a kid when I was outside once. That wasn't a very fun experience.
But yeah, I also think Asmongold's just like, he's so blatantly just like stupid.
I understand why a lot of people watch him. I get it, you know. I think a lot of people are literally him. I think a lot of people. He says very stupid
stuff, and people are like, "Yeah, and it's like, no, this is
I don't agree with a lot of things
false.
That he says.
Sorry, I watched this man drink water and start gagging. I don't agree
with a lot of things that he's done.
This is my Rick and Morty. I've seen what makes you cheer.
I see. I don't really get that reference, but leave a like and hit that bell notification icon if you do understand the reference.
Just real quick, because I know we're running out of time. I just want to say this real quick.
Sure.
The Marvel Thunderbolts trailer just finally fully came out. Not the leaked trailer from Comic-Con a while ago.
Okay.
And I watched it, and I've got to say, it's definitely the best looking thing coming from the MCU.
I mean, is it really a good thing if it doesn't include Captain Israel? What was her name? What was her?
Oh shit! What's the name of the hummus? Sabra.
Sabra. Is it really a good project though if it doesn't include Sabra?
Yes, actually, it's infinitely better when you don't include the character made to promote Israel, a terrorist state.
Yeah, okay, Jay,
and name it after one of the worst massacres at the time.
Cool.
It's like if they named a fucking character October 8th right now. Like, just think about that. That's what naming them Sabra is. That's how crazy that's like if we named the character 9/11. They're supposed to be a hero.
I mean, if I saw a character named January 6th, I'd laugh.
I'd laugh. Let me be more clear, actually. It's like if we named a character the Iraq War.
I'd laugh.
That's what it would be like for America.
I'd be down for it. I think they're cooking.
If we had a Sabra character.
I think they'd be cooking.
Yeah, like they cook those fucking children.
Well, and with that, if you guys enjoyed,
no.
should.
Hold on. Let me get through it. Let me cook.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts with an asterisk at the end. That's very important.
Okay.
So I watched the trailer. I think it looks really good. I think the costuming is one of the things that really surprised me because I was not expecting much when I saw the initial one at Comic-Con.
I wanted the nano suits.
You want the banana suits?
No, the nanotech suits.
Oh,
where it just phases out of existence. I love that shit. It's just cool as hell.
Genuinely, I'd go to Marvel HQ and have a serious talk with Feige. That's all. Nothing else.
Yeah, you just want to talk with him? I just want to talk to him?
I just want to talk to him. I'm just going to talk to him. I'm just going to talk to him. I'm just going to shoot him. But no, I think it looks really good. But one thing I did notice, the character Taskmaster, I think dies.
I thought she died already.
No, she's alive and she's back in this movie with a new costume, which is why I drew her on stream.
Wait, she?
Yes. Yeah, I know. Dude. People had the same reaction when they found out.
that name's not cool anymore because Cody's in it. Man.
Yeah. And he's a pedophile. If you didn't know.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
We're going to find something else.
But, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's Nick Fuentes going, that's gross. You're disgusting. That's much better. Let's go.
He's a Nazi. So I think she dies early in the movie because we see her in the scene where they all meet within like a basement compound thing.
Yeah.
But then we literally never see her again, especially in the shot where everybody's in the elevator. But then they show her in the room they are in after the elevator within the trailer. But it's really awkward in the same way that like when the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer came out and they were like, everyone's like, hey, there's 3 Spider-Man in that shot. And people are like, no, there's not. It's just Tom Holland. But they're like, no, it's like weirdly lingering before he falls, and there's weird gaps in the spacing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening with her, except the weird gap is that...
This is shot weird. It's almost like if there was 2 extra things missing from here.
Yes, exactly. And everyone's like, hey, she looks really awkward in this shot, and she doesn't look like she's matching composition.
What they do,
she's in the scene.
What they do with Taskmaster is what they do with Ant-Man. It's just they're gonna have a dude take over the mantle of Taskmaster and just be like, yeah, I'm Taskmaster now.
Oh, I'm sure they will. No shot, JD. I'm sure they are.
Squirt Diddler, the new Taskmaster.
Well, here's the thing. I 100% believe that is what they're doing because she's the only character we haven't seen the face of.
Yeah.
Within the trailer and like promotional pieces, because they've had every other character take their mask off and just put their full faces out there, except for her character. Despite the fact that we know what she looks like, she's the only one they've kept consistent with not showing the face of through any of the promotional material, the poster, or anything. So I do not think the actress returned because I think they kill her off. And I think what's going to happen is that the character Bob, aka Sentry, is going to kill her.
Oh.
Or there's a couple implications of what happens, but I think either Bob kills her because I think they're trying to set him up as the new big bad until Doom. Because he is like a Superman level strength character, but with like a very morally gray sort of like internal like drive. He's very Homelander like.
Especially with this trailer. Addict. Crack smoker.
He's just a crack smoker.
He's just a crack smoker. He's a crackhead.
I prefer the Batman term dropheads.
He's a methamphetamine enjoyer. So
he's just like me for real.
I mean, James, it's that time.
Okay. Again, also I think they have an asterisk after the name Thunderbolts because they recently added that because they're going to change the name to Dark Avengers mid-movie because it's such a weird team setup because it's more consistent with what's happening with the original Dark Avengers character roster and storyline. Because it makes no sense for this to be the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts were nothing like what this team is. And I think they know that, and that's why they added the asterisks.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just had to get that out because I know you said it's time.
Yeah, it's just Thunderbolts, parentheses, Dark Avengers. So,
asterisks.
If you guys enjoyed, you should subscribe. And if you hit the bell notification icon, you get notified when these episodes come out. They come out every Sunday. That's when they come out. And occasionally I stream, sometimes. And you'll get notifications for that whenever that happens. If you like James, you can find him in the description below. All his links are there. He streams more often than I do on his Twitcher. And that's it from me. James, bring us out.
So in the let's crap out this piece of crap gift.